Hey folks, John with Complete Technology Solutions, your friend in the computer business. So today we get to go with the big brother of one that I've already reviewed. Let's get right to it. Now, guys, everybody out there knows that I'm a huge fan of Umarex, but I'm also a very, very big fan of Pepperball. They make some of the finest self-defense items out there. We're talking about like the Pepperball TCP, the LifeLite Mobile, so on and so forth. And in fact, we already did a review on the LifeLite Mobile. If you missed that one, I'll throw a link up here in the description for you. But today, we're going for its big brother, the Pepperball LifeLite. And guys, this thing is heavy, and I mean really heavy. So just keep in mind, when I show you this and I say it's heavy, I mean it's heavy. So let's move over here to Stumpy. We're going to get a good look at this thing. And I have not looked at this, guys, without you. I wanted to see this. This has been real high on my radar, and you'll understand why as we get into this. So, all right, cracking it open. Oh, I love the packaging, guys. All right, so first off, we get our booklet. And guys, this is like a legitimate booklet on this thing that tells you absolutely everything that you need to know about this weapon. It's fantastic. And you come, now this kit, if you are in one of what I like to call our less friendly to self-defense states, and you all out there know who I'm talking about, they're going to come with nothing but inert balls or maybe the solids. This is the one that is sold in every other state that actually has some common sense to them. This one comes with Pepperballs, and it comes with the inerts for practice. Now, getting on into the box here, that's pretty much it. Okay, so you've got, oh, here you go. So it comes with 3 CO2 cartridges, which is kind of nice. These are standard 12-gram CO2 cartridges, guys. You know that's cool because you can get those anywhere. And moving on to the light. God, guys, that feels like, do you guys remember, and I know some of you will, back in the 80s, you guys had the flashlights that had the like 6 D-cell batteries in it. That's what this thing feels like. It feels like a club. But let's get a closer look at it here. Now, the way this works is this pin right here actually releases a little slide lever here to allow you to access the firing trigger. This is a latch that actually contains the batteries because this has a flashlight, a laser. This is where your CO2 goes in, and Pepperballs. Now, this thing is going to shoot at a considerable amount higher than the last one, I'm pretty sure, but we're going to find out how accurate it is because holding like this, you know, I'm still a little wary about that, but hey, practical use, right? All right, so let's get into this. So, in order to actually access this firing mechanism, you pull this pin. And as you can see, that releases the handle. Now, if I'm going to go out walking with this at night or something for self-protection, I'm just going to put this around my wrist anyway and use it as a flashlight, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a flashlight. And then if anybody should happen to come up and you have use for it, slide that forward, boom, that does it. Now, when you slide this forward, it automatically turns on the laser, thereby giving you the ability to pinpoint your target and to get the weapon, you know, kind of on target before you fire. So let's go ahead. Let's pull this open here, and this comes with batteries pre-installed. They are CR123As, and those are readily available, guys. So let's go ahead and we're going to pull this out, and it comes with the batteries, which is also really nice. Now, on the bottom, you've actually got the switch to turn on light. And hopefully you guys are seeing that here. I'll point it behind me. There you go. And the light. Now, if you've got this slid back and this is covered, okay, the laser will not be on, okay? No laser. But you can still turn on the flashlight. All right, and you guys can see that's actually a very, very, very bright little LED flashlight. But the second you slide this forward, on comes the laser. You see that, guys? Pretty cool, right? So, laser's only on when this is sliding forward and ready to go. All right, turning off our light here. So, tell you what, let's go ahead and load this thing up. So, in order to put in the CO2 cartridge, what you want to do is you want to unscrew this cap. All right. Out goes the cap. Then what you want to do is take your CO2 cartridge and you want to place it nozzle down in the receiver. And in order to go ahead and get this thing loaded up, we're going to use a regular CO2 cartridge that we get for any of the Umarex products. Don't really want to break this open. These are actually labeled Pepperball, and I think that's kind of cute because who knows, I may resell this, or I don't know. We'll see. But at any rate, that is the CO2 cartridge we're going to use. Now, the way we're going to do this, you take your CO2 cartridge, nozzle down, push it into place, and then use this plunger to push it down and screw it. Now, guys, once you get in there, this is going to get tight, and I'm going to show Stumpy this. Turn, 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 turn. And when it gets to the bottom, right there. All right? Now, flipping it over. Now, you know what? Before we go any further, guys, even though this is down and it's locked, let's go ahead and put in this pin. Not really necessary for right now, but you know what? Safety first. So let's put in the pin all the way. And there we go. Now we're all pinned up and ready. Now, on the back side of the weapon, you're going to see a little valve right here. You unscrew this, and then when you push down and pull, it'll kind of come straight out. Now, this is where you're going to load in 5 Pepperballs. Or in this particular case, what we're going to use, guys, is we're going to use the 68 caliber jawbreakers that we've used in the past. We know this is going to rupture Pepperballs, but I just want to kind of see what kind of velocity we get. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you take your little cylinder, push it down in there. And as you guys can see, there's 2 little notches on the edge here. Or excuse me, there's 1 little notch on the edge right here. Slide it down and lock it into place. All right. At this point in time, guys, just like on that Pepperball Mobile, when you push that button the first time, it's going to fire. It's not one of those things where you have to like charge it first and then fire it. So that is a fire button. So let's do this. Let's go out to our range. You guys know the drill. And let's send a couple down range and let's see what it does. Here we go. I cannot get over the weight of this thing, man. It feels like even if you expended all your Pepperballs and you were down to the last, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? You could club somebody with this thing. It's got to weigh 4 or 5 pounds, guys. It's heavy. So, all right, let's give this a shot. By the way, y'all remember in that last video when I told you that the Iubos filament dryer box with foam in it was going to get shot? Yes, it is. Yeah. And maybe we'll hit Scully. All right, guys, so here's what we got. I have a fresh CO2 cartridge in here. We've got our 5 balls. We all loaded up and ready to go. What I'm going to do is, so if we're firing from the realistic range we were talking about, all right? So we're talking about 3, this is the 9 to 15 feet. So right in this area, okay, is what we're looking at. I want to see what this actually does at that range, guys, because this is the distance if you're out walking your dog or you're going back to your car or something like that and somebody walks up, this is the distance you'd actually have, to really quick react on it, okay? So here we go. We're going to pull the pin. First shot, I'm just going to aim for the box itself. Slide that forward, and let's take a shot. Okay. There we go. Scully. Scully! Scully! Oh, I know you guys saw that. Okay, hold on. Putting it back on safety and setting her down. Okay, first thing I'm noticing, it fires 4 to 6 inches to the right, and that's clear as a bell. So when I was aiming, for instance, this one that punctured the box, I was actually aiming dead center. When I aimed over here, we hit dead center. Scully, I was aiming right here, and I managed to hit him. Now, this sheared off the side of Scully. You see that? That's where that round went, sheared off the entire side of Scully. So, yeah, if you hit somebody with that, they're stopping. They're stopping. And if you hit them with a Pepperball to add into that and you hit them in the face, well, game over. It is what it is. This is effective, and not to mention the fact that it's heavy. So if you do end up having to use this as a weapon, say they do continue to come after you have launched 5 Pepperballs, which is highly unlikely. But if they do, you still have one hell of a club to start swinging with. So this is pretty darn cool. Tell you what, let's head back in the office here and shine a little light on this, shall we? Be right back. So, guys, let's talk Pepperball LifeLite, or as I like to call it, baseball bat mini. Yeah, I'll tell you, man, you could like hit a homer with this thing. I really dig this thing. Now, for the life of me, guys, I actually fired at least 30 more rounds on another CO2 cartridge just to find out if it was indeed firing to the right. And now, it was firing very hard to the right. There's no question of it. However, and what I did not realize, and I will show Stumpy this, on the LifeLite, you've actually got two adjustments up here on the left and right to adjust the lasers left and right and declination, up and down. That would allow you to put this thing dead on target. So apparently out of the box, it's going to be a little bit misaligned, so practice with it. But guys, how many times have I told you, practice, practice, practice. Now, there's one other thing I want to show you on this. So this is a discharge CO2 that's in here, okay? But what I did notice is to remove the CO2, guys, and I do want to show you, unscrew the top. Now, the CO2 cartridge actually, it fits in there kind of snug. It really does. So if you unscrew this thing and remove it, it's not coming out. So you got a couple ways you can do it. You can bang on it on the front, but the way I found that works the best is just sling it. Did you guys hear it? That thing sits in there very, very tight, man. So you could pop it a couple times or whatever, but I don't know about banging on a flashlight and a laser. But if you just give it a sling, the CO2 comes flying right out of it. So yeah, I thought that was kind of neat, man. I was like, that's awkward, but yeah, it did actually work. So, well, thank you guys so much for watching, man. I got another cool one coming up. Oh, and if I got news, I may have locked down a brand new supplier for all of the T4E line, the upgrades, and I'm talking about everything from the Power Kit 50 mods all the way up the chain. So if that comes to fruition, and we'll know very, very soon, I will let you guys know, because I'm going to be offering the upgrade service to anybody out there that needs it, as well as the pre-upgraded HTP 50s, TR 50s, HDR 68s, HDS 68s, all of them. We're going to do it all. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic week, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.